So it's, what is today? Today's Tuesday, 7:24 p.m. I figured I'm doing two things this time. I'm trying a new camera angle, and I'm going to do an update on this overweight from Flying J a few nights ago. So I put up a new camera angle. I want to see how it does, see how well y'all can be like driving with Viper here. Maybe I'll do some drives at night where you can pretty much all see a little bit better. I mean, it's not going to be much at night, you won't see. Right now I'm going to the weight station northbound side in Perryville, Maryland. Apparently you got a right turn in up. Now with this company here, they're like a one of these I don't know, like AAA kind of things, but they do the truck sides of it. So what it is I don't know what I'm going to get into. This trailer can be junk, old, or it could be a new trailer. It might be something simple, might not, but we're going to find out. So let's get to the update with the overweight on that on a couple nights ago with that lady. So what it was, when I ended the video saying she was maxed out, now just remember, she was, you know, fifth wheel was already forward. There was only 10,020 on the steer, which was really bothering me because it was just too light for all the movement. You know, the tandems moved all the way forward, and the fifth wheel, it should have been more weight on the steer than that. So I was on hold, and what happened was she came out and she said, hey, she goes, you know, I forgot that she moved an extra hole up but never re-weighed the trailer. So this is probably what happened. She slid the fifth wheel forward without her even knowing it, because there's no way that those pins were disengaged the whole time, because that fifth wheel, for being a brand new truck, would have slid back if it was like that going down the road, and it probably would have came off the truck with that kind of force, with a heavy beer load on. So she had slid it forward, just didn't know it, and she slid a hole up, an extra hole, before I got there, but never re-weighed, because her thinking was, well, it probably can't make much of a difference. Well, it can make a difference. Believe it or not, one hole, depending on the size of the hole and the spacing on the slider track, it can make a big difference. So I told her, I hung up while I was on hold with the company. I said, look, go re-weigh, bring the seat out, and let's see what it looks like. Well, this is what it turned out to be. When she re-weighed, her steer was 11,460. She had 34,020 on the drives, and she was 33,000 on the tandems. So she was only 20 pounds overweight on the drives, which pretty much you can burn that off in about a few hours in diesel fuel. Diesel fuel per gallon is about 8 pounds per gallon. So within diesel, a truck usually burns about an hour a gallon. So she would have, since she was staying there and she had a generator, APU, she would have burned that off in no time, because, you know, she shut down for whatever, 10 hours or whatever. So yeah, so I called the company, let them know. They talked to the supervisor, he said the same thing. Let her go. When she gets off her break, she'll be underweight. Now, yesterday I was thinking about this, and because she was 33,000 on the trailer, she could have actually moved probably at least one hole back to get that 20 pounds off, maybe two holes, who knows, just to get a little extra weight back onto the trailer part. Excuse me. So either way, she was legal, didn't have to go back to Jersey to get reloaded. So the loaders actually loaded her right. It's just what happened and what she did, and then what she forgot to do, or forgot to tell me she did, that really made it. Because like I said, 10,000 pounds on a steer with that weight, and the fifth wheel being all the way up, there's just no way. And like I was saying, there's just something not right with that. So yeah, so she didn't have to go back to Jersey. She was legal after I had her re-weigh, so she was good to go. So that's what happened with the overweight. Anyway, so I guess I'll keep recording. Like I said, I'm looking at maybe where you guys can do ride-alongs, even other videos, I understand. But you never know, we might see something out of the ordinary going down the road while I'm on my way to Perryville, and we're going to find out. So, and many people maybe will cut me off, or, wow, man, this truck's going to get me in trouble one day. 55 mile an hour, and I'm doing 65. Slow down here. That sun's a killer. So, anyway, so this is northeast. We're coming into northeast Maryland now. We're on Route 40. I'm still 3 miles over the speed limit. There we go. Climbing this hill. But yeah, when that sun comes up, it's hard to see down below there where my miles per hour is. So my speed. So anyway, so we're going through northeast. This is what it looks like going through northeast there on Route 40. A lot of truck traffic comes through here. But this road call I got in-operate turn signal. We don't see what's going on with it because it got shut down by the scale. So the truck must have passed, except for the right turn signal. So maybe the trailer and the truck is in pretty good shape. So not a laundry list of stuff to fix. Anytime you get into that, they got drivers got a laundry list of stuff to fix on his truck. Just we don't have time for all that. And that's just telling me that him or his company, whoever owns the truck, doesn't take care of their equipment and doesn't spend the money to keep up with it. So there's really no sense on spending a night on trying to get everything he's got shut down for fixed. So anyway, so we're just going to drive through here. I might talk a little bit. I might, just let y'all enjoy the ride unless something comes up. Hopefully that sun's not blinding y'all. Only have another hour before it starts getting dark out. So, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to try this new camera angle I got. And just try to adjust it a little bit. I probably shouldn't be using this where I got it mounted at, because I just cleaned up the dash and just stuck it up there just about, I don't know, half hour ago. Probably should have let it sit there for overnight so it doesn't come off. But we'll see what happens. There's Wawa and Royal Farms. Anytime you see a Wawa somewhere, you're going to find a Royal Farms either across the street or not too far down the street. They're both in competition with each other down across the street from each other. Like I said, if you see a Wawa, you'll probably see a Royal Farms. They're big here in Maryland and Delaware, Royal Farms and Wawas. Back in the day, before they went to the Super Wawas and the Super Royal Farms, all they were was a convenience store. They had no gas pumps. The one down in Elkton used to be just a small store back in the day. Before I think they might have bought some property around it, and they made it a Super Wawa, what do you want to call it. Now it's got gas pumps and all kinds of stuff. But it's down there by the industrial area. A lot of truck traffic. Trucks come in there with their big rigs. There's one trucker company I can't understand. They go where they work, it's down the street from Wawa. So they'll pass by the Wawa, get their tractor trailer, leave out, park their tractor trailer in the Wawa, which there's not a lot of room for a tractor trailer, and they'll get their stuff then. I just can't understand that. I used to get my stuff first, then go, get checked in, get my truck, get my load, and take off and leave, and I have everything I want. I don't have to make that extra stop. So I'm not understanding that part, but I've been out driving trucks for a long time anyway. It's all newer generation pretty much, not a lot of the older generations around anymore. So we're still in Northeast, right here. All them cars crossing over and shit. I'll probably probably check out this video first before I put it up. If it don't look good, then you'll probably never see it, never know I made this video. So, this is pretty much going to be a test thing. And at nighttime, you gotta watch. You have to watch out here at night because there's a lot of people that walk up and down the shoulder on the bikes. They like to dress in dark colors, and you don't see them right away. And also, there's a lot of deer out here, so there are no cars coming the other way. I'll use my high beams. I think when you use your high beams, when there's no cars coming the other way, especially on back roads, less chance that you might not hit a deer or a deer cross out in front of you. And I was going down 272 that night when I was coming back from Conestoga, and I saw something up ahead, and I turned on my headlight on my high beams, and there's a deer standing right there in front of me in the right lane. So I slowed down, and the deer started to panic, and he tried to take off one way because I was going to try to go around him, and it looked like he was going that way. Then he stopped, turned around, slipped, and went the other way. So yeah, so that if I didn't have my high beams on, I feel I probably would have hit that deer. For some reason with the high beams, they won't move. But when it's low beams, I guess because your headlights ain't hitting right away, it's like by then it's almost too late. They need to hit them. Anyway, we'll be coming into Perryville here. Now this way station is actually off 95, but since I'm already down this end on 40, I just go straight down 40 then get on 95. On top of that, past 100 exit, they got a construction going on, so I'm not really looking to get stuck in that one or two lane shutdown kind of thing. And this way you get to see what it looks like around this area. If you can see anything, it looks like you might be able to. A lot of industrial area around here also. Right there, Smithfield's right there, Restoration Hardware is right there. They got an Amazon up here, right up where the blinky light is. It's an Amazon there, and then of course y'all saw me go to KEAG a few times, one for the reefer door. Not used to this truck. I mean, I've been driving this truck for about 2 years now since I've gotten it. It's a new truck. Well, we got a new computer too, so I can't wait to try that out. So when I got this truck, I had like 100 and some miles on it. So right now I got like 66,000 miles on it. But I cannot get used to I used to be able to, by the sound of the RPMs or whatever, I used to be able to know how fast I was going. At 550, I was able to tell that. Here, I can't tell that with this truck. I look down and it's like, damn, speed. It was hard at the beginning when I first got this truck because it didn't feel like I was going that fast. Turns out that I'm going faster than what I thought. So now we're in Perryville. Well, getting into Perryville. When we get up through this red light, we'll be in Perryville. Then we'll be going through part of the city of Perryville, a little bit of it. Seeing the gravel plant on the left side over there. I don't know if you guys can catch that. Up here is where I go a lot up to Lidl, and there are GEs over here, and once in a while Medline, but I don't look forward to going over there because it's hard to get in the gate. Last time I had to go over there to Medline, there's no guard there, and the gates are closed. You try to call the driver, and they'll answer his phone. And they have to wait on hold for the coming and say, hey, how do I get in here? There's no keypad or gate code thing. It's all badge where you swipe it. So I must have been there like 15 minutes outside the gate. They finally got in touch with the driver. He came out with his truck trying to pull close to the gate. I guess they don't have that where you can pull close to the gate and it opens from the other side. So then finally a guard came and swiped his badge so I could get in the gate to fix his airline. But sometimes that happens. You try to call a driver, he won't answer his phone. You come up to a lot of drivers and, you know, when they're broke down, they're in the bunk, they don't want to get out of the bunk to talk to you, to see, you know, what's really going on with the truck, depending on what it is. Or they like to crack the window while you're on 95. They crack the window, try to talk through the crack of the window, and you can't hear them. You know what I mean? And, you know, to me, that's ignorant. You know, you broke down, I'm out here to fix you. Roll your window down, talk to me. You know, I mean, I got a loud uniform on, I got my headlight on, you see my blinking lights in front of your truck, you know what I mean? One driver, I said, listen, I said, either roll your window down so I can hear what you're saying, or I said, I called a company, tell me to get somebody else, I ain't got time for this. You know, because I always have road calls behind me, so I got to fix what I got and move on to the next one usually. Last night wasn't busy at all, so, which is nice. Once in a while that happens. It's weather change now. What happens with this is the weather change, when it starts changing from hot to cool and it's in between, you won't get a lot of breakdown calls right away until actually it starts to adjust with the weather and it starts getting colder out. And then I always call it brake chamber season. Look at that. Look at that. There's, what's that? Perryville Police right there. That might be the bridge police. Sitting there, just waiting. It's 50 miles an hour as soon as we get past, as soon as we get up this hill here, there's a sign for 50. Strictly enforced. You see a bunch of police officers and stuff over here. Sometimes they blend in real good. You can't see them until after it's too late. So. But this is, we're coming into Perryville, Maryland now. Now that sign for Way Station you saw, that's not the Way Station we're going to. It's the one up on 95. The good thing about this, I can plug my camera in so I'm not using my battery power at the same time, plus it's charging my battery. So that's, I like that. And then down over here at this side, if I make a left, you got IKEA. There's a big IKEA warehouse. I haven't been there for a while. I used to go there all the time. Around this way off of 40, there's a lot of industrial out here, a lot of businesses and stuff like that. So, look, there's another Royal Farms, but you can see that Royal Farms ain't as big as the other ones. They have one just across the bridge, just that same size. So, alright. And that's a Perryville place there. That way I'll probably take you as far as going how I get into the scale, and then we'll stop that video and then probably start another one once I put it on my other tripod around my neck, and then we'll see what this signal and out signal is. Hopefully it ain't messed up or anything. Hopefully it's something I'll be able to fix, figure out. This way, me having this tripod up here, when I go to places like Conestoga, you can actually be able to do the drive there, and you'll see what kind of roads, what kind of back roads I go through to get to wherever the truck's broke down at. I like going up around that area. Like I said, Conestoga, I thought I'd been through Conestoga before. I don't remember seeing them, those kind of grades on the mountains and stuff like that, but I guess, I don't know. Lancaster, Coatesville, I go to every now and then. It's a nice ride because you're out there in the farm area, and you got to be careful. You got to be careful out there because it's, I always call it Amish country. As a matter of fact, coming from Conestoga, Must have been, what, 11:30 at night when I finally left that plant. I came across the buggy going the other way, Amish buggy. They got LED lights on their buggies now. They used to be just regular old lights and stuff, but now they got tail lights and stuff. It was a 2-seater buggy. I guess he had his girlfriend or wife, and they were, you know, tooling down that back road on River Hall, or whatever it's called. But you see a lot of Amish buggies out more at night than I think during the day. When I used to work day shift, I didn't see as many, but it seems like at nighttime they come out. I don't know if it's because they do that because it's cooler for the horse and for them, or what. So, alright, so we're going to turn up here. This is the service road for authorized vehicles, for, you know, service trucks. You're allowed to, well, yeah, I guess it all depends. You are allowed to use this if you got, you know, a truck down here you got fixed. You can't use it to bypass the toll. So, but it doesn't make sense for me to go southbound, make a U-turn at the exit, come back just to pay a toll before I pay the toll, just to get into the scale here. So, anyway, like I said, once I get here, then I'll switch over, and now I'll make a whole separate video for this call here. But this way it gives you a chance to see what the scale lanes look like. Look like they might be closed because they're passing by. I can't believe northbound is. I hope they didn't make a mistake. It did say northbound, because I forgot this was closed at one time. No, it's busy. They were rebuilding this thing, so, but it's busy. So yeah, they're working. They are working. Like a lot of trucks in there. Yeah, I'm just hoping it's a newer trailer or something, new old junk ass stuff. Because sometimes them old trailers, they can have shorts in them and never find it. That's where you don't have to go to the shop or whatever. We'll see what kind of trailer it is. Looks like they did pretty good business today. A lot of trucks up in here. Bad thing about coming to the scale, when you see a service truck come out here, they'll come out and ask you. Some will even call road service, but if they see you here, they figure, why not use the one that's already here, and then that takes the job out. I don't get involved in that kind of stuff. If they've called somebody out, I don't take it. Tell them they gotta wait. It's like it looks like everybody else. So we're looking for a trailer 1310. 1310. Western Express, we don't work on them anymore. They own that. Here's JB Hunt. That's not it. I don't see it there. 01K. Don't see it there. These trucks here, they must have been overweight or something. Oh man, I hope it ain't this freaking car carrier. Number on it, 152. Man, don't tell me it's that. I don't see no number on that one. Maybe it's up here. 1136 H152. FB147. Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to call the driver here. So we're gonna end this video here, and then I'll start a new one once I find a trailer, call a driver, see exactly where it's at. It's 1310. I don't see any trailer number that close by. Okay, so I appreciate y'all keeping me company on the ride, and I'll see y'all in the next one.